Loosen up. You guys, he's doing good, right? You're doing a great job. You've got this. You're doing a great job, Toby.
What are you paying me for this again?
Life.
Yeah.
You get to live with me. You guys, welcome back. This is probably my most requested video. It's kind of crazy how many people want to know this. I'm gonna share my husband Arun's skincare routine with you guys. Woohoo! We got him to do it. All right, so first off, you guys, my husband hates being on camera, right?
That's right.
Yeah, he does not like to be on camera. It's kind of funny because so many people on YouTube have partners who like to actually be on camera, but my husband is the exact opposite of that, you guys. He's an attorney. He doesn't go on camera. He doesn't like to be on social media. I do not have an Instagram husband, so this is a special treat because he's home right now and he has no excuses to not be on camera.
Sweet.
Did you know a lot of people have been asking about your skincare routine?
No.
I think a lot of people assume that my husband has a great skincare routine because you're married to me. But I'll start off by saying that he does have a pretty good skincare routine now. He's always had a decent skincare routine actually, but he's never really taken advice from me, surprisingly, and I think it's because I'm your wife. If there's anyone trolling me, it's my husband. Because you think it's funny. It's not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, any bad comments that you see, it might be him with fake accounts. Anyway, tell us about your skin. I'll tell you guys about his skin, but I think we should try to get him to talk a little bit, right?
Sure. Okay. It's brown.
He is Indian. He obviously has brown skin. Besides being brown skin, what else? Do you have oily skin? Do you have dry skin?
I think it's dry, but then it's oily sometimes. Can you have both?
Yeah, you can have both.
And I shave once a week.
Yeah.
But I'm very hairy on my face.
Yes, you are. This is quarantine stubble.
This is about 5 days.
5 days? Okay. Would you say you have sensitive skin?
Yes, I do. So every now and then I get weird rashes, which I don't understand. I didn't get anything for like a good decade, and then all of a sudden in the last year and a half, things have been happening. I don't know why.
But you don't get breakouts really, right?
No, I don't break out.
I would say he's got pretty normal skin. It's probably only oily because you just put big globs of moisturizer and stuff on.
Sure.
So it might be mostly that. I wouldn't say actually he has sensitive skin. What he has is contact dermatitis sometimes, and we've been trying to narrow it down. You'd been doing your same skincare routine for at least a decade, right? Before we changed it up?
Basically, I would just use Cetaphil every single day.
Yeah. See, I found out from somebody in the comments that it's called Cetaphil, and it makes complete sense because of the ingredients.
Cetaphil.
Cetaphil. But that was because a dermatologist recommended that to you a while back. But not just the cleanser, right?
I was using the cleanser, the lotion for the face, which is like 15 SPF on it. And then at nighttime, I think I was just using different...
Kiehl's.
Yeah, I was using Kiehl's, but I don't think that was for like 10 years. I think I just switched up my nighttime lotions.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about the products he's been using the past year, now that he's finally listened to me. I think the big issue is there was nothing wrong with the products that he was using per se. They're all decent products, but over time you can develop allergies to specific products. And so he's been getting contact dermatitis in certain areas, like around his eyes, a little bit like in the back of his neck area too. I suspect it had something to do more so with like his shaving products that you used to use, and potentially even fragrance. And I know we talk about this. You can develop some kind of an allergy either to fragrance or even other kinds of ingredients, sometimes preservatives that are used in your products. So we couldn't really figure it out, and we were trying to narrow things down. And you went to a dermatologist not too long ago. He had a really hard time finding a dermatologist that could help him. He looked through our health insurance to see who was in network, and he tried to find a dermatologist, and he went through this whole experience where most dermatologists in Los Angeles didn't want to do anything to do with skin health. They just did cosmetic procedures at this point.
Pretty much.
So he was having a hard time. I finally actually got Dr. Nina Desai to help us figure out what it was, and it was contact dermatitis from some of his products. We just can't figure out exactly what it was. So we just switched everything. And it just goes to show that you can have the same skincare routine for years like he did and be using very simple products like Cetaphil and still develop some sort of an allergy or some kind of an irritation over time. And that's the part that he didn't believe me on, is that he'd been using these products for years, more than a decade. And he didn't want to switch it up because he didn't believe that he could suddenly develop some kind of an allergy to it, right?
Yeah, and I didn't want to break my routine. I'm pretty brand loyal.
He's when he says pretty brand loyal, he's very, very brand loyal. Like very brand loyal. Like I had to find him like pretty much just one brand or he wasn't gonna switch. All right, so we're gonna start with what you use to cleanse your skin.
I used to wash my face morning and night and whatever, but Susan's been telling me in the morning, don't even use soap, just wet your face and then put some lotion on it. But when I do use soap, I use this La Roche-Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser.
And he uses this mostly at night, and I actually am impressed that he just told me that, because sometimes I think he's just not listening to me. The reason why I like this, you guys, is it has La Roche-Posay's thermal water in it, so it's soothing to the skin, but it also has niacinamide and glycerin. And niacinamide and glycerin are two of my favorite skincare ingredients in general. The whole Tolerian line by La Roche-Posay is one of my favorites for people with sensitive skin. When I started trying these products, I knew he was gonna like this line, so just a FYI, there's gonna be a lot more La Roche-Posay in this routine, but there are other products as well. He calls it soap, but it's actually soap-free, and it's fragrance-free. It's free of a lot of the irritating types of preservatives that can be in products that can irritate people and stuff too. And like I said, we were trying to narrow down what was bothering his skin, and since we didn't know, it was easiest just to switch to a line like this. What's the next product that you use?
And then I, specifically the irritation I was getting on my face.
Wait, you don't use lotion first?
No.
What? You're supposed to use lotion first.
I just put that on my eyelids, on my eye area, and then I put the lotion.
Okay, fine.
So the specific irritation I was getting lately, what she mentioned, was around my eyes. It was around this area here and this area. It was just getting flaky and red. And so Susan had me use this Aquaphor healing ointment. So I use it on that area, specifically just that area.
He has used prescriptions on those areas too. I think he just puts the Aquaphor now to make sure it stays extra moisturized and protected truly. And Aquaphor to me is one of those products that is underrated a lot of the time. You find out, especially when you're a mom, just how important something like Aquaphor is. It can really help protect your skin too. And it doesn't clog your pores. I know a lot of people worry about that, but it really isn't a pore clogging kind of product, the ingredients in it. I just think it's very, very protective for the skin. And it gives him a nice little dewiness to his eyelids too. Which I think over time is actually helpful.
After that, then I move on to the moisturizer. This is my daytime moisturizer. It has 30 SPF, and I just put that all over my face and neck. That's it. That completes my skincare routine for the afternoon.
You also have this. So
and then,
he has a nighttime one too, because I don't think you should wear sunscreen at night, because it can clog your pores.
Yes, I actually bought this on my own. She didn't even know this, but because she had told me don't use SPF during nighttime, so I found this product on Amazon. It's the Double Repair Face Moisturizer by La Roche-Posay.
It's the same product, essentially, except it doesn't have the SPF. And what I'm really proud of him about is that this has SPF 30 in it, because he didn't think that sunscreen was very important for his skin. And he still doesn't take it as seriously as I do, and as serious as I'd like him to take it. But he does now wear SPF 30, so it's baby steps. But now when we go and spend a lot of time in the sun, he at least puts on a lot more sunscreen then, right?
Maybe on my face.
Yeah, on your face. I can't get him to put it all over his body yet. He also wears a hat though to help block the sun.
I'm also Indian, so.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with you guys. This is a big argument in our household.
I don't burn.
Yes, you do. You know what? He doesn't burn. Here's the thing that he doesn't realize. Just because you have darker skin doesn't mean that you won't burn. You might not actually see the red burn that you see on lighter skin tones, but you can get hyperpigmentation, first off, which he doesn't really get, which is so annoying, but you can get hyperpigmentation. And I think that's mostly because he doesn't break out and he doesn't have, you know, the genetically dark under eye circles that a lot of Indians have. So I don't think pigmentation bothers him a lot because he has an even skin tone. But if you go out in the sun and you have darker skin, you can get hyperpigmentation. You can also get something that he does get when he's in the sun too much and doesn't have protection, and that's little red rashy bumps. You do get that on your skin when you're in the sun too long.
Yeah, I'll get that sometimes.
Yeah. Really what that is inflammation, and that can lead to hyperpigmentation, and even worse, lead to wrinkles. And he's always talking about how perfect his skin is. It's really annoying, you guys.
Pretty true.
He does sit around talking about how perfect his skin is whenever I'm talking about new products that I like. I think he's always been hesitant about sunscreens because they can look really bad on him, especially the physical sunscreens. They can leave not just a white cast. What I've noticed is some of them can get kind of like a purplish tone to them, and that doesn't look good. And that's obviously not something that he's gonna wear during the day. Sometimes when I have a question about a sunscreen and whether it's gonna work on darker skin tones, I'll actually have him try it for me. Even the tinted moisturizers, I'll like put it on his arm and stuff and see how it looks on him, and that's how I can answer some questions. This has chemical sunscreens in this. I know a lot of people are sensitive to chemical sunscreens. Some people want to avoid them, but for darker skin tones, I tend to think chemical sunscreens look better, and he didn't skip a beat when I had him start using this. He didn't complain about it whatsoever, and it doesn't feel heavy either. Do you like it?
I do like it.
You know, I've tried to get him to use serums and everything, but he's not really into that, which is another reason why I like him using the La Roche-Posay products. These have ceramides, the moisturizers have ceramides in them to help repair his skin, especially when he's not taking good care of it. It has a niacinamide that helps to calm the inflammation. Because he's getting those reactions, I feel like niacinamide can help strengthen his skin too, just like the ceramides. It also hydrates because it has that glycerin in it. I just really think that it's kind of an all-in-one for him, so instead of having to use a separate serum, he doesn't need to. I would like for him to use a retinol, but I don't think he would use enough sunscreen during the day, to be honest, which is why I don't push it on him. If this is the best that I can get, that's what I want him to use. I have been trying to get him to use this Algenist Genius Collagen Calming Relief. It feels kind of just like a lotion, like a nice moisturizer for your skin, but it has hyaluronic acid. All of their products have hyaluronic acid, and I thought this would be a good way to introduce another kind of active into his skincare routine, but I'm failing. He's not really using it.
Well, when would I use it?
You can use it either underneath your moisturizer or on top of your moisturizer. I think underneath.
But
though.
where would I use it?
All over your face.
Oh.
At night.
Including my eyelids?
You could. It has calendula, and that's gonna soothe your eyes. So it soothes your skin. It's very calming for the skin, but it also has ingredients that help all of your other ingredients work better.
Would it replace the Aquaphor?
No, it wouldn't.
So then what's the stage? Would I do this first and then the Aquaphor?
Yes, do this first, and then the Aquaphor. Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
Oh, look at that, you guys. You heard it. We've got this on camera now. I just think it'll be a nice little active, and it'll help the niacinamide work even better for your skin.
All right.
Hyaluronic acid, you guys, look it up. Let's talk about shaving. So you guys are constantly asking about men's skincare routines, and truly there aren't that many differences between a skincare routine for a man versus a woman. But one of the big differences is you guys have testosterone, more testosterone than we do, and that causes you to get facial hair, and that is what makes a difference. And I actually think that men that shave tend to have better skin because they're shaving, and that's exfoliating your skin constantly, and so you shave once a week. And I really think, I suspect that your shave cream, your old shave cream, you used to use a Neutrogena one, right?
Yeah, I use a Neutrogena gel. They don't even make it anymore.
Yeah.
It came in a similar can like this, but I was, like everything else, I was loyal to it for at least a decade. But it had fragrance in it, and I was getting that skin irritation, so that's one of the other things that we cut out.
He actually went and found this himself after I'd been talking to him for a while about what I thought might be irritating his skin. This is by Aveeno, it's their therapeutic shave gel. It does have fragrance, it just doesn't have added fragrance. So when a product says that, it means that there might be fragrance from some of the ingredients that are in this, and I actually haven't even taken a good look at what might be giving it some kind of a scent, if it does. But it has really nice hydrating ingredients in it, and it has sunflower seed oil, which helps strengthen your skin too. So I think that this is a good one. Are you liking it though?
I am liking it. I don't like those pastes, so it had to be a shave gel. And so I just did a little bit of research on it, and this one seemed to be the highest rated one, so.
Why a shave gel?
The consistency of it, and I feel like I don't get any cuts in my face whenever I use it. If I use other kinds of shaving creams, like foams, or like I said, those pastes, whatever, I always cut myself.
This also has oat and vitamin E, so it soothes your skin too.
There you go.
You want to tell them about your razor that you're so proud of?
I was using those Gillette razors before that just like vibrated in your hand. It was probably BS. I don't know if it really did anything, but I got used to it. And then Gillette came out with these Gillette Lab heated razors. It's supposed to mimic a hot shave, and I'm gonna turn it on. And this means that it's fully activated, and if you touch this little thing right here, it's completely hot. So each time you use it, it's like you're getting a hot shave.
Wait, how hot is it though? Oh, it's warm. He's using the word hot, and that scared me.
Well, yeah, it's warm.
It's just warm.
I shave in the shower, by the way. I have like a little mirror in the shower, and I do this once a week. It feels good. It feels kind of luxurious. So I first go with the direction of the hair growth, with the grain. And then when I'm done with that, I go against the grain. It gets you a much closer, smoother shave. Supposedly it's bad, but who cares? I've been doing it since high school. It was a little expensive. I also got my dad one. He loves it.
He loves it. He was so proud of this purchase, you guys, that he really did buy one for his dad for Christmas, and he really does love it. And I feel like I haven't seen you with any nicks on your face too, since you switched over to any of this. Because you used to get nicks on your face with the other razor.
Yeah, sure, probably.
So there we go. That's proof of something.
Yeah.
He's actually a very loyal lip balm user, and this is what you've been using lately, right?
Yes, I'm very addicted to lip balm, and this works well, this Aquaphor. It's a good brand.
Yeah, Aquaphor is a good brand. It is a good brand. It's a nice, simple brand. Anything else you want people to know about your skincare routine?
No, I think that covers everything that I do. You know, part of me would want some sort of complicated nighttime routine or skincare routine, but I've actually done that in the past. And whenever I added something to it, it always ruined my skin. So even when I started using some kind of serum or something like that before, because Susan would tell me it cost $300 and I'd be like, well, then I'm gonna use it. It always just did some weird reaction to my face.
Yeah.
And so I found the simpler I keep it, the better my face looks.
Simple is better sometimes. If you have any questions, my husband is around to answer questions. It might be me responding, but I'll get him to actually answer your questions too. Like I said, even if you have more pigment to your skin tone like he does, I still think you need to wear sunscreen. Hyperpigmentation is real. He does not pick at his skin, and I think that when you have darker skin also, hyperpigmentation can look even worse. It shows up even more so after you pick a pimple or an ingrown hair. So don't touch your skin. How old are you?
44.
He's 44 years old, you guys. He does not have any crow's feet. He really doesn't make any expressions too often either.
That's not true. Only on camera.
I feel like it's not fair that he doesn't have as many lines as I do. Do you think I have good advice?
Well, we'll see. If I get that reaction, then
You're not getting any more reactions.
we'll see.
Thank you so much, Arun, for sharing your skincare routine with us and being on camera. You guys, seriously, give this video a thumbs up because this was a lot of work for him to muster up the courage to be on camera.
I'm sorry I just ruined your channel.
Ask any questions in the comments below. Find me on Instagram @SusanYara. You might even see him popping into some of my stories and stuff because he is home with me. Thank you guys so much. I hope you're safe and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.